So what are these little screws and these little Gore-Tex valves on our board, and what do they do? So let me explain what they do and why you should use them. So these little valves are here to help the board breathe. Now it seems crazy, but inside of boards, especially paddle boards and windsurf boards, etc., is an EPS core. Now EPS is like polished styrene, which makes it so light, and it's so light because it's about 70% air. All right, but with it being air, in the heat it expands. Okay, so inside the board the core will expand. Now whatever your construction of your board may be, whether it be fiberglass, carbon, Kevlar, Volan, many constructions out there, basically when it's as a composite, so with resin, as in a solid board, the construction does not like to stretch. Okay, so carbon has got a bit of movement, glass got a bit of movement, but if the inner core is expanding so much and the outer construction isn't expanding, you're going to get problems like splitting, cracking, etc., and you're going to have big problems. So that's why lots of brands put in valves. All right, so like on this board here, it's a Gore-Tex valve, so it's a self-breather valve, so you don't have to do nothing with it. So that means it's got a little hole inside, lets it air in and out, but doesn't allow any water in. And unlike the Fanatic board there, it's a little screw, which is it's a little Phillips screwdriver. So every now and again, if the board is in the heat or in a shed, or if it's going on a plane, you need to release that screw a little bit to let some air in the board so the board can breathe, basically. So I know saying your board needs to breathe sounds pretty mental, pretty crazy, but trust me, it works. So remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and make sure it's tightened up before you head in the water. We don't have to worry about this so much in the UK because it doesn't get really that hot, but it doesn't do it any harm to let the board breathe every now and again. So if you're leaving the board in your garage or whatever, just release the screw if you've got a manual one like the Fanatic, and let the board breathe. All right, so it's also good if you ever get water in the board for some reason, through a ding or whatever, it also will evaporate some water out. It won't never get rid of all of it, but it will help the situation. So that's kind of why you will release your screw, or if you've got a Gore-Tex one, not worry about it too much. So look after your boards, guys, and they'll care for you. But think about it, and let's stop some of these boards getting really badly split and having to go to landfill. All right, guys.